Welcome to Take Two, the Rock 95 Morning Crew. It's Craig, Cat, and Brian. I had an incident in my house lately with my son's car.
No, not the car.
Not the precious car.
Oh, it's the coveted mobile.
Which, by the way, he's owned for a week.
Yeah.
He's washed it 4 times.
Oh, my goodness.
Nice. Has he asked you guys to say, you know what, maybe it's appropriate if he parks in the garage?
No, that's coming.
I can't wait for that. I'll just move all you guys' cars every day.
Yeah. Unfortunately, he's had it kind of lightly vandalized over the last little bit. Yeah. The first time, he was probably within a couple days. He had a cup of tea thrown at it. Like we went outside and saw there was like tea bags,
like a takeout
everywhere. Yeah, like takeout.
The classiest vandalism ever.
Damn your car!
Darn you!
And there was like a triple cup tea, right? So it was like a steaming hot tea. It didn't really do any damage to the car, and it didn't even dirty it up.
And the first time you're probably like, I don't know, did someone slip and it flew out of their hand?
Some moron just threw some tea. And then probably a couple weeks later, we got another, and we actually witnessed this one.
You saw it happen?
We saw it happen.
Oh, my Lord.
My wife was upstairs, and she was kind of watching this car kind of circle around, which is kind of scary.
That is scary.
So she almost thought it was like they were casing the place.
Right.
And then I looked at it, and this person gets out of the car, the hood up, and had a cup and threw it at the car. And I'm like, for crying out
That's
loud,
on
what's
purpose.
going on? And it's absolutely on purpose. And I'm like, at first I thought it was a can, so I got really mad. I'm like, oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Sure.
I went up there and it was not. It was
Did
a takeout.
your wife say anything like, get the bat?
No, but she ran out and goes, "Hey, what are you doing?" The car's like way down the road.
Yeah.
I'm like, they can't hear you, but nice try.
That also is exactly what they want.
Well, maybe they do and maybe they don't, because maybe if they're caught that way, they'll stop.
Like
because,
we're on to you?
Yeah,
Yes,
you know what I mean?
absolutely.
Now we're going to case you casing us.
Oh, God.
So, yeah, this is
Like
a game
Black Mirror episode.
This is a game I don't want to play, right? So I asked my son, I'm like, what is this? What's going on? Who's doing it? Is it a buddy of yours that's just playing a prank? Because they're kind of harmless. It's a drink.
Right.
It's not damaging
Kind
the
of
car.
harmless, but steaming hot tea, I don't know.
Yeah, it's a nuisance more than
defrosted
anything.
his window without his permission.
He says he thinks it's a lady.
Did he say it like this? It's an ex-dad.
And it's not an ex. It's just a girl that he was kind of talking to, and then he kind of ghosted her.
That's the move for kids these days.
That's
the ghosting.
move, right? And I get it. Sometimes you just don't want to talk to anybody anymore. You're like,
Yeah.
go away.
Grow a pair. Tell her it's over.
It doesn't warrant that no matter
But it doesn't
what.
warrant that, you know. How
No,
about,
it doesn't.
get some sense into you and realize that it's over or whatever. So he thinks it's that. I don't know. My first instinct was, hey, cool.
Proud of you, son.
Chicks like you? Since when?
But but it is scary, when you're dealing with something like that, because
Yeah, and it's also his pride and joy.
Well, sure. And what's next?
Yeah.
I mean, who knows, right?
100%. You've had obsessive men in your life.
Yeah, it was like in high school or like middle school.
Well, this is just out of high school. This girl
Yeah.
apparently is in high school.
Yeah,
I mean,
so
who's
this
not?
guy had a crush on me, and like boys, when people are like, boys, he pull your pigtails because he likes you. He like egged our house and then left this car.
He egged your house.
He egged our house and then left it was like a wooden egg, and he carved our initials in it. And my dad brought it to me, so furious. He's like, what's this? I go, I have no idea. Like, I mean,
he
obviously
put
I
your
knew.
initials in it and then a heart around it or something?
Just like he carved our initials into the wooden egg.
Oh, he's a craftsman.
Yeah, he's very talented.
Wow, he's showing
But
his
did
skills.
he egged your house with real eggs?
He real eggs and then left that between the doors.
Oh.
My dad was so mad.
What was the follow-up there? Did he
There
ever
was no-
own up to it? Did he ever say, hey, did you get my present there? Or?
No, I mean, it was like his calling card. There was no way it was anybody else.
And that seems more like a movie to me. It's like, the Joker leaving the Joker card,
Yeah.
right? I mean, that's, when you leave a calling card,
Yeah.
there's evidence.
Yeah, it was weird. Like, I'm assuming he was like telling his friends about it or whatever, and they're like, let's go to the house. And they're like, we're going to throw eggs. He's like, no, guys, stop. I just need her to know I'm serious. And then he left me the carved one. Like, I have no idea what that
How
was.
did Friday night go? He goes, well, she's pretty impressed. Let's just say that. Pulled out all the stops for her.
Anyway, we're married now.
What time of year did he egg your house?
It was summer.
It was summer.
like spring, summer.
So it came off.
It was warm, yeah.
Yeah. We were egged in the winter and it stuck forever.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're like, you sold it, just painted over it.
It stuck right into the brick, and we've sold the house since, but I think there's eggshells still there to this day.
that stuff.
It freezes
So
right
you'll never
out.
break the chain.
Yeah.
The connection.
The connection is
forever
always right there. And I don't know why we were egged, too. I think we were just egged because we were egged. I don't think it was a...
Kids are just...
Your sons will tell you in 10 years.
He's a heartbreaker. All right, we're going to get to the trending topics. Craigslist is coming up.
Craigslist.
All right, let's start with a sad one, and I think a worthy one to talk about on Craigslist, the passing of Carl Weathers, who I think was such a phenomenal presence in anything he was in.
Oh, yeah. And he was in a heck of a lot of stuff.
A lot of legendary stuff,
Yeah,
right?
Rocky, Predator.
When you think about, what he did with Apollo Creed, with Rocky, yes, he was in Predator. Probably the most iconic handshake in the world in Predator with the, you see the meme of it with the two arms.
Yeah.
You
guns.
son of a bitch.
Okay, well, then a close second was when he's Chubbs and Happy Gilmore, and when they shake his hand, which was fake.
That's right.
He's got a thing with his hands.
And that's the arm that came off in Predator and actually still shot the gun.
It's the same universe.
And then, of course, he was in The Mandalorian, had a great role in that.
All 3 seasons.
Yeah, a bit of a resurgence in his career. And
Didn't he do that action
Jackson in the 1980s.
How do you like your ribs? That's my favorite line of his.
And it's kind of ironic because I was saying to my wife how much I think I watched Action Jackson for the first time a month ago. And I was saying, I just watching it because it's him and he's cool. He's just a cool character.
Yeah.
And then I hear of his passing and it just, I'm sad. And everybody came out with tributes.
Of course.
And they're still continuing, you said, the Super Bowl ad, because they had a campaign going.
That's right, yeah, because he was in the Super Bowl ad with Gronk. And
because he also played football.
He did, yeah.
Right.
We
In the
can't
CFL
forget that.
and the NFL, he's a Raider.
And you'd believe it. He's an athlete.
Yeah.
He looks like an athlete, right? So they wanted to cut him out of it just for respect for the family, but the family said it's okay. You can keep him in.
I mean, what a great tribute.
All eyes on
Your
Sunday.
last thing is a Super Bowl commercial?
Yeah,
That with a
exactly.
bang, man.
Yeah. We could be saying goodbye to the last Sam the Record Man in Canada. There's one left, and it's in Belleville, Ontario. I have some friends that moved to Belleville, and they called people that live there, what is it, BAB, born and bred in Belleville, something like that.
Do they call them that, eh?
Anyway, not making fun of Belleville. I've never been. My wife went to school there. Anyway, they have a Sam the Record Man, and it's the final one. Sam Snyderman started up the franchise in the 1930s. 140 locations across the whole country, including one in Barrie that burnt down, and we found out it was before our time, but it was at 5 Points, right?
Right on the corner there. There's a patio there now,
Yeah.
apparently.
Yeah, it seems like the 5 Points burns down a lot.
Points is a dangerous place.
It certainly is. Anyway, the last remaining one will be closing because of retirement. So 45 years.
Someone
he's
still
decided
could
to.
buy it. Is that a
Someone could buy it.
possibility?
Someone could keep the name. I mean, if it was me, I would. But if it's somebody younger who's maybe an entrepreneur and they don't care about Sam the
You
Record
wanna
Man,
do
they don't
Craig
have
the Record
nostalgia.
Man?
No, I would keep Sam.
Craig the Record Mag.
It doesn't have the same
No?
ring. The NBA All-Star Game has got something cool going on. They got an LED floor. I'm looking
Wild.
forward to this.
Sounds
Yeah,
like
it is
a
wild.
seizure to me.
Yeah, it could be. I imagine they won't do much during play of any games. More for the skills competition, though.
skills
probably.
competition and the slam dunk competition?
Yeah, they're gonna have graphics and all sorts of little games.
Where is this? Because that's expensive for one weekend, no?
Yeah,
to
it certainly
change
is.
the
Yeah,
floor?
the games in
well, they
Indianapolis.
change the floor all the time.
Oh, do they?
Yeah, but I mean, to put in a glass one that's an LED screen seems intense.
Yeah, and I don't think it'll become a regular thing for the NBA. Just
So that's what I'm saying. It's a one weekend. What are they doing
Yeah.
with it after?
well, I mean,
take it apart.
I'm gonna watch to see it. I
Yeah.
have no interest in the All-Star Game, but I will take a little peek to see what they're
I
doing
just
there.
wonder how long you will watch it. Oh. And there's just like a little screen and you go, okay, I get it.
Well,
That's
is
about it.
Is it the sports equivalent of the dome? Because you're still the Sphere. Because you're still really.
It's not close to the Sphere as far
Why?
as I'm
It's the
concerned.
sports equivalent.
Yeah, I don't think it's as close to the Sphere.
You got investments in this guy?
No, I'm just saying. Brian still talks about the Sphere. Did you see what they did?
The Sphere, yeah.
The Sphere is a little cooler.
Yeah.
I'm just saying.
Did you see the clips of the Sphere at the Grammys? They had
Yeah.
they
With
had
U2.
the U2 performance,
And they went
right?
live, apparently, quote unquote live. I don't know if that was to go see U2 there. Yeah, it was insane. It
Do you
looked
think you
awesome.
could watch a concert there?
I do.
Because I watched
Yeah.
I watched the 30 seconds that they showed, and I think it would be a headache. Like it goes from floor to the roof and all the way. You can't look away from the board.
Well, it's daunting too, because I mean, we've seen it where it's a landscape, and then we've seen it where it's just numbers, almost like the Matrix.
Oh God!
Right? That's the one
Yeah.
clip we saw, and it was like, whoa, that is
like-
insane.
You're like in A Beautiful Mind, am I?
Right.
And Burger King wants you to design a Whopper that could give you $1 million for it. So you can submit your ideas for their $1 Million Whopper contest. It outline the ingredients that you want to see on top of a Whopper. Got to get creative. You can't just do the old lettuce and pickles and all that stuff. You have to get creative.
Right.
And you
With
could get $1 million
bacon.
for it with bacon.
But I mean, that's something I feel like they've never done on a Whopper. I get Whoppers.
Yeah, they
They
have.
have.
They have?
Yeah. That's
There goes your $1 million idea down the toilet.
Listen to Craig, Kat, and Brian, the Rock 95 Morning Crew. Weekday mornings 5:30 to 10 on Barry's Rock Station, Rock 95.